When I work with people, it's not about how long the process takes, it's about the quality of impact. Sometimes during a session, I'll tell someone, "That's enough," and they'll respond, "Wait, really? I didn't feel anything." But I explain, "You received what you needed. Trust it. Just go. Everything will be fine." And then a few days later, they come back and say, "Could we do a little less next time? It got me so hard I barely pulled myself together." After one of my events, a woman came to me for a follow-up session. She said, "When I left, I honestly thought, he's just saying the same stuff as on YouTube, nothing new, kind of empty." But as she was walking home, it hit her. Her whole body was trembling. That's the real point. How much of what you receive can your body actually process? Because I always say, if you came just for information, I'm not your person. I don't offer facts. I offer models and tools that make your mind start working. But thinking alone won't change your life. You already have your own system inside. But when you enter into the energy field I hold, your mind begins to act in ways neither of us expected, because it's responding directly to you. My job is to open you up so naturally that you don't even notice it's happening. Change begins to unfold in your life, and you don't even realize it's change. And then someone asks you, "Where did you get that $1 million?" And you respond, "Wait, I've always had it. I feel like I've always been wealthy." And that's a crucial marker. When life is aligned, events feel natural. You buy a car and it feels obvious. You make money and it feels inevitable. People around you are amazed. How did you become so young, successful, strong? And you simply think, was there any other way this could have gone? When you're in your natural program, you don't notice transformation. Life feels like it always has. But when life starts giving you more than you're ready to accept, that's when inner conflict begins. And interestingly, that conflict often shows up as joy. Yes, emotional joy is one of the most destructive forms of internal tension. Want to know what you're not ready for? Pay attention to how much you're celebrating. If your joy feels overwhelming, it means you're not ready. And in that moment, you're unknowingly setting up the worst case scenarios of your life. This often turns into major problems. People say, "I was in a dark place for so long. Then I started feeling emotional joy again, and everything went wrong." The thing is, emotional joy is often just a sign of an overloaded system that doesn't yet have the capacity to hold the energy it's receiving. When you're not ready, your emotional safety valve kicks in, whether as extreme sadness or extreme excitement. The sad part can actually save you if you handle it right, but the joy, if you don't treat it correctly, can destroy you. Mishandling your sadness is less dangerous than mishandling your joy. Because if you slip into euphoria, if your emotional high hits the ceiling, your subconscious will inevitably find a way to balance that out. It will create situations to bring things back down, often sharply, painfully. And I'll be honest, I still struggle with this myself. I have a friend who fell head over heels in love, totally swept away by his feelings, and I genuinely tried to ruin his mood, not out of spite, but to protect him and his relationship. Of course, he didn't listen. And I told him, "The way you're feeling now, that emotional high, it's going to swing back. Same strength, opposite direction. Same woman, same context, completely different emotion." I even said, "Let's be real for a second. Maybe her body's not that perfect. And even if you don't fully grasp what I'm saying, that's okay. The goal is not understanding. The goal is acceptance. The degree to which you're able to accept, that's the degree to which things start to shift." My friend didn't accept it. No matter how I tried to pull him out of that euphoria, it ended in a painful breakup. His subconscious still had to rebalance the overload. He was deep in the illusion. "She's perfect. She comes from a real family. My exes were raised by single moms. But this one, she's cultured, educated, emotionally healthy." And I just said, "You're setting yourself up." Imagine someone eating cake saying, "Oh my God, this is amazing." And you reply, "That cake is trash." Why would you say that? To save them, so they don't overdo it, so they don't get sick, so their system doesn't get overwhelmed. But it didn't work. A few months later, same guy, same intensity, but now it's rage. She's awful. All women are the same. What the hell was I thinking? And again, I told him, stop. This isn't about her. Remember how high your emotions were? Now you're living through the same force, but in the negative. He just accelerated the process. Sometimes the positive builds slowly and fades gently. Other times it hits like a truck and collapses just as fast. You sit there stunned thinking, what happened? I had the perfect life, house, car, partner, family, and now it's all falling apart because you over-celebrated. You generated a storm of energy that had to be rebalanced. When I first met Nicole and she fell in love with me, I tried to sabotage it. I really did, but I failed. Eventually she looked at me and said, "You're not a god. I thought you were perfect. Turns out you're just a normal guy." And I said, "You always knew that." She said, "Yeah, but when you're in love, nothing else matters." That's the truth. When we're in love, we're not seeing the person. We're seeing the state they awaken in us. We fall for that state, not for them. And when you're high on that state, everything seems beautiful, but reality comes and there might be disappointments. Oh, he's just a regular person. He's got flaws, a lot of them. And then you have to adjust. The fantasy shatters. The ideal wasn't real. And that's okay. You're no longer a hero. You're no longer amazing. You're just human. And now there's no euphoria to mask it. That's when things start to fall apart. Even though you haven't changed at all, you're still the same. It's just that the lens of emotional perception is gone. Now they're seeing you. We don't fall in love with people. We fall in love with how we feel around them. It's not really about them. It's about what they make us feel.